between 1. So today we are going to tackle this problem which goes by the name assign elements to groups within constraints, right? So you are given an integer array groups. So basically what we are given is uh, we are given an array of groups which is 8, 4, 3, 2, 4, right? And then we are also given elements, right? So elements 4, 2. So this is our groups and this is our elements, right? So now what our task is that you have to assign one element to each group, basically to each of the element here, right? Each of the element that we have four and to these elements. We have to assign these elements to a group, right? So basically here we have 5 groups. We have to assign it to any of the group, right? Now if now how we can assign it? Now element j can be assigned to a group if a group I is divisible by elements j, right? So basically here 4 can divide 8, so 4 can be assigned to this. So that's why to this group you can see in the answer, if I have to write the answer just here, that is 0, 0, minus 1, minus 1. So why minus 1 is here? Because there is no element in here that can divide 3, right? And there is no element, but for 8, 4, 2, 4, there are elements, right? And then it says that if there are multiple elements, pick the smallest one, right? So for all of 8, 4 and 4, 4 is the smallest, but for 2 only 2 can divide it. So that's why the answer is 1. So 0, 1. So that is the idea is simple. What we have to do, right? We basically have to find. Now the brute force way would be that you loop through all the elements, like you check each of the element, you check 4 with all of these, right? And you do that way, but that won't fit in 10 is to power 5 constraints, right? So be that would have double loop kind of time complexity, so it would be n square quadratic, right? So now the thing here is that we don't want that, right? We want something that is kind of n log n, right? Now how we can do is basically we have this element here, right? So the first idea that this problem kind of gives us is that you have 8, 4, 3, 2, sorry, 8, 4, 3, 3, 2, 4. So you have kind of these things, right? Now the first idea that gives this problem away is that here you have 8. Now what elements can divide this, right? So this can be divided by 1, 2, 4 and 8 itself, right? So these are the only elements that can be assigned to this group. Same way for the other. So what is this? These are just factors of this, right? These are nothing but factors. Now to find a factor of each element, there is a brute force way you can go over 1 to n, but 1 to 8 that is not required here. The optimal way is that you go till s square t only, right? The square root of 8 only, right? In this case it will be like 2 point something, but we'll just go till 2. So we'll say that okay, 1 to 2 less than equal to 2. We'll check for 1. 1 divides 8 and it always occurs in pair, right? So if 8 is divided by 1, so 8 by 1, it is 8, right? Then 8 also divides 1, right? So this is one example. Sorry, it went down. So I'll clean this part up. So what I'm saying is if 1 here divides 8, right? So 8 by 1 is also possible. Like 8 modulo is also there and 8 modulo 8 is also there, right? And then for 2, 8 modulo 2 is also 0 and 8 modulo 4 is also 0. So here 8 by 2 becomes 4, so that's how this 4 comes here, right? So that is the approach that you kind of find the factors of it. And whenever you are finding a factor for 8, right, then you check whether that factor is there. Like for example, I'll give an example of first here, 8, 4, 3, 2, 4 we have, right? So for this 8, the factors we will calculate, those are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 and 4 and 8, right? Now we'll check whether 1 is there, whether 2 is there, 1 is not there in our elements. So in our elements we have 4 and 2, right? So 1 is not there, 2 is there, but it comes at 1 index, right? And then 4 is also there. So to just note the indexes of this, we can just use a hash map, right? So we can just use a hash map. So 4, 0 will be there in our hash map and uh, 2, 2, 1 will be there, right? So whichever has the minimum index, we'll pick that one. So yeah, that is the intuition behind it. If I have to categorize this in this category, so definitely you need some math, right? This is math plus you need hash map knowledge, right? Those are the two things that you need to solve this problem. Now what we will do is we'll quickly solve this one. So first of all, what I will do is I'll create a hash map. Now while I code, I'll just make this one. So we have a hash map first created. Now in this hash map, what I will do is I'll put all the elements, right? So just reversing over the loop, and then we'll say that put if absent, you put elements of I, and then you put I, right? So this will kind of gives us the index. Now for each element, right, we have to find the answer. So what I can also do is I can kind of change the groups array. It will kind of help me save something, but it will make things complicated, right? So let's kind of create a new array only. So now when I go through groups, right? Now for this num, I'll just call it num. In this example that we gave, this was 8, right? So now I want to find the factors of this. So I'll just say that list integer factors is equal to new array list. So now I'll go through all the numbers. I'll call it 1, j less than is equal to math dot sqrt, and whatever is the square root of the j. Right now, if num modulo j equal to 0, this is the first case. Right now, if num by j is not equal to j, right? So this will be true if let's say there is 4 and you are dividing 4 by 4, but that I just don't want duplicates in my factors, right? But that this can be avoided also. How can I avoid it? I can try using hash set here, because I only need unique factors, right? So if it divides, even if it is same, it will come once only. So I'll say that factors dot add num by j and factors dot add j, right? So these are the two factors that I've added. Now int factor int factors, right? Now here I need to find the one which is the best suited, right? So I can say that it minimum is equal to integer dot max value. This is kind of the index of it, right? So uh, now if our hash map dot contains key this, whatever is the factor, right? If that element is there, in this case, let's say first check one is there, one is not there, but 4 will be there and 2 also will be there. So min will be math dot min of min whatever is there, and then hm dot get factor, right? So now once you have done that, so what you do is you say that answer of I, which is our answer, if min is equal to integer dot max value. This means that if it hasn't changed, then you put -1, otherwise you put 1. Right? In the end, you just return answer. Let's see. We might get some debugging errors, yeah, which is expected. So I'll just quickly change this to hash set and again hit a run button here. So it seems to work fine. Let's see if it works on the other test cases. Yeah, perfect. So that's the solution. It is roughly n log n. I would say not n. You can call it n sqrt of n. Uh, uh, sqrt and O of, you can put this would be the time complexity. But yeah, thanks everyone. Bye. Have a nice day.